camera. It's all good, though. Since we're gonna mix then, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make a little reservoir on the palette with burnt umber. Oh yeah, baby. I'll be going 2 paints now, so basically everybody can hop on, but if you want, you can do your own approach to the skin, like we discussed this afternoon when you were visiting. There's basic, yeah. He swang by for some one-on-one action. So basically, this is just what you want to do. Put him down, the colors, and the only skin on this. Hands and face, that's all. And why? The reason we're doing skin is because the skin on this model is the deepest lying layer that we're gonna have to paint. I'm gonna start off with brown because there's a large shadowy area here underneath the hat. And basically what you can do is just take your darkest color, your darkest tone. And at this point in the painting process, it doesn't really matter if you hit any of the other bits, because we're gonna be painting over that regardless. Now, some of us will have to be doing eyes as well, since they didn't do the 32mm one. And the reason we are using burnt umber to start with is because it is a brown tone that has some red worked into it. In general, burnt umber is a reddish brown tint, basically. That's why it always works with a lot of stuff. Like if you want to paint out red, in general, you start out with stuff like burnt umber or doable brown. And as we're painting this, you just don't want to think too much about it. Just slap it on the model, because slap it on, because basically all the rest can be covered. And the idea is that we'll do skin and beard hair together, and then the rest up until like next week. I'll just tell you what we're supposed to do, as we'll be painting cloth afterwards. And doing that cloth will basically be like, you know, a starter base color. You want to use this layer, thin down a little bit, and just paint it on. Let it dry, and then we're going to do a secondary color. Secondarily. And the only thing I wanted to ask you is that afterwards, somewhere this week, you all share a picture of your work in progress. I'm gonna use a blow dryer real quick. Yeah, because I'm using an airbrush paint. Takes a little longer to do that. And with this one, we're basically going to simulate the light coming from the top, basically like a zenithal idea. Not fully zenithal, as not everybody has an airbrush. But we'll do that. We'll start doing airbrush stuff. So, the slackers pick up. Yeah, exactly. Feckin' nerd. Oh, there we have another nerd. Damn. No, I'm just joking. That's all good. It's a Gnome. 2 layers. You want it nice and covered. And the reason I am using 2 paints now is to help Maddie through the process. But as I said, you can start building up like we did the cloth this afternoon and just look at where the shadows would fall. But this one's skin is going to be relatively easy because one, he doesn't have a lot, and two, half of it is covered by the hat. They're not going to let you hear the end of this, Manny. Even bigger. Use a house brush to start painting it. Okay, bye, Dave. The brown? Alright, yeah, just take your time. Are you already working up? Damn, look at you go. Anyway, I'll be mixing in some burnt umber with Kislev flesh in like a 2-to-1 ratio. Water it down. And And then I'll start building up this skin, and I'll only do that to the left side of the hat. Flick off any excess paint, and then slowly just apply this. No, the other way around. Because you kind of want to transition it in. And because these two are quite like what's it called? The Kizla flesh in and of itself is quite bright. You kind of want to just bring the tone in. And again, since there's not a lot of skin under the hat, you don't have to like brighten it up crazily. You can do it less if you want to build up more layers, but since this model is supposed to be like focusing on hair and stuff, I just want to get the skin colors on. So we can move on from that. You're probably gonna have to put down a layer or two to make it cover. And there's no need to do like glazing and things like that, because it's basically just, you know, we just want to differentiate the skin from the rest of the model. Somebody licked their brushes there. And basically what I tend to do is, if you can't see it, you don't have to paint it. And the model in and of itself is quite hunched over. And of course, depending on what you want to do with it, I mean, you can make it as difficult for yourself as you want. But in this case, I'll just get like dark tones, the mid-tones, high tones in. Get it readable as skin. This is also the reason why I said to do like a 32mm model. I know it can be challenging, but it tends to look good quite quickly. So, sorry? Did you say? Hey, I don't doubt it. Your stuff has been looking great. I love how Duimgezicht basically has his mic so close to his mouth that we can actually like hear him lick his brush clean. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Yeah, we also just think that Stibio didn't let her win because she dominated every category. I've also spoken to Stibio today. Yeah, his dad was hospitalized. The second one is I mixed in a little bit more brown into my mixture of the 2-to-1, brown to skin, to make the transition in between a little bit more readable. Otherwise it'll just be brown, which in and of itself wouldn't be problematic. But you don't have to do that. It's just like I'm waiting for you guys to kind of move in. And if you're doing the multiple colors duimgezicht, which one you at? Oh, that was okay. So basically now I'm doing the same tone again on the skin on this end. Just getting it readable. Doesn't need to be perfect, like 32 millimeters is basically just readability. Oh. Hold on. Let me zoom in on that. Oh, that looks dope. That looks good. Yeah, it's dark underneath the hat, what you want, and then it's brightened up on the other end. Yeah, exactly. Because if you look down up from the top, basically the only thing you'll see is the side of the head, and even if that, even if at that, you won't see all of it. So as we applied the skin, you can basically, like, in the coming weeks, if you want, you can just brighten that up, make it look better, cooler, stronger, faster. Now, Duim, you're doing... Yeah, so the face, basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna, this side, you're gonna do only the second tone. This side, you're gonna build up to the third tone, and the top of the hands as well. Yeah, exactly. Maddie, if you look at like a model like this, can you in your mind's eye perceive where the light would come from, or do something to perceive where the light would be coming from? Mm-hmm. Ah, okay, cool. So you basically have a sketch on the model with the priming. Okay, that's cool. That's dope. This is good news. And then basically for the third tone, I'm putting down pure Kislev flesh, only on like stippling it up on the top of the thumb. Yeah, that's just because Maddie doesn't have any skin colors, so I'm trying to give her some to work with. Are you serious? Oh my fucking god, did you know that I sent both of them to him? I was completely confused then. I thought he said you could have them, and then you said no, it's good, and then I don't know anymore. I'm sorry. I'll be sure that with the next package I'll send you who? Oh yeah. Okay, and then you just move on to the third tone, being the brightest in this case. So basically the only place you're gonna put it is the hands, because we're not going full on like beautiful lighting. We just want to be like the skin to be readable. Well, not yet. We're gonna build towards that, but somebody told me like, oh my god, 26 layers of paint, bro, do you know how much time that takes, man? I'm not gonna name any names, but they know who I mean. Probably you, bro. Remind me after stream to go looking for that conversation that we had. If you want to do ginger. And then your last one will be mixing this one in with a little bit of white just for the highlights. Natty. That's also, yeah, that's also a good one. Yeah, we'll go with it. What? What's it called? What? No problem. Dude, show it. I need to know the name. Luganet. Dude, just give me an Excel sheet. I'll fucking wreck that shit. I don't read words, bro. You'd start off black and then build up towards a more lighter gray as you go. And I'll show you the steps in a second. Maddie, what color did you want to do your beard? I'm gonna do blonde, just to show you guys. And what I tend to do with this type of deal is basically just put all the colors down again the way I want to build up. And for this blonde, I'm using XV88 as a base. Could also go darker with something like Sea Legion Drab or a more dark sandish tone. So this will be my base layer. XV, and then I go Xandri Dust. And then for this one, no, this was the wrong one. I'll grab some Screaming Skull. Screaming Skull is like a very whitish, broken white. Is this it? No, this is flame one. Which is also, you just want to go, oh, here it is, Screaming Skull. There we go. This for you and me is going to be some fiddly work. Duimgezicht. Because we're gonna streak the beard. I'm gonna try to find the lines of the beard and follow those a bit. But first we're just gonna put down the base color. Sorry? Nah, you'd manage. Gotta give yourself some credit. You work a lot of detail in your models. And just put down the base color everywhere. Work it hard. Look at you go. And you just want to cover the entirety of the beard. Look for all the hairs. And again, 2 layers. He's also got a little hair in the back of his head. Slowly but surely. I'm going to leave a little edge around the mustache to leave a little bit of room for readability because the model is so small. Again, we're not looking for perfection here. No, it's too tiny for that. Maybe on the size that Maddie has, that is possible. I wouldn't know. But I don't think this model actually has lips down there. I will not be painting the hair like around his the back of his head on this end. Just a little bit of the beard, but again, because if you're gonna paint the hair over here, you're gonna be painting something that nobody will ever see in their entire life, because it's so in the darkness and in the shadow. Yo, you're free to do so. It's not like my word is law, but swear to God, man, you guys should do whatever. It's just, I ain't got the answers. I got a answer. I do my best. And again with the beard as well, man, if you spill a little bit, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna paint over it anyway. And because we primed him black, it will be very forgiving to make slight mistakes. Happy little accidents. Yeah. At least with the base color. The rest of him is basically just, you know, hidden away. You'll never see that. Because we're trying to emulate the fact that we're looking at the model from like this direction. So what you see on the camera now is basically what you'll see when you're looking at the model. That is also the reason why we're, you know, just taking it easy a little bit. There's no need to go ham on every model you paint. The idea is need for speed. But what we're basically looking at is getting some of the details in the correct position. And the idea was to focus on hair and on cloth, so we want that to look good. Like, we could go ham on an entire model and paint everything up to the best of our abilities, but that would basically just be torturing yourself, because if you do that to every model, you'll burn out very quickly. At least that is my experience. It's possible that it's quite hidden away, like smallish underneath the but you're never gonna see that. So you could torture yourself by painting that. Feel free to, of course, it's your model, it's your life. I can tell you what to do. Live it to the best of your ability. That's why I told you not to paint there, but hey. You gotta learn. And once you got that base color on, you can just let it dry. Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, the one that I painted? Yeah, it is. It's World Eater. It's Karn the Betrayer. It's Karn, K-H and then A-R-N-E. Yeah. Also, you guys have Raglan's Flesh Shade, if I'm correct, because you both got a bottle from me. You could use that to shade it. I'm gonna do it with the beard because it's blonde, and I want to give it a bit of a reddish hue. By smearing it over there, because it'll darken out the recesses for you. Yep. Because you don't need a lot, since the beard is quite tiny, it'll pull up in a nice way. There we go. A little bit of Raglan Flesh Shade. Yeah, take your time. Take your time, missy. Would be kind of hilarious if I said do it and then the detail wouldn't show. We're doing the hair tonight, and then basically once we've got the hair done, I suggest we just transition to like free painting. I only got like till 10, 11 my time, but yeah, that's 11 my time, so that would be perfect. And then we can either paint these together on Wednesdays during the hangouts if you guys want, or then next Monday we'll just continue from there and do the rest of the cloth together. We could try a little NMM on this if you guys want, like basically like 8 hours a month we can just invest in, you know, picking up some parts here and there, making something cool out of it. Yeah, sure, man. Flamingo? Close to the Canadian border. Flamingo. But I already sent him a message like, yo, could you... That's also the thing, you just gotta trust the process, man. It'll never look bad. Unless it does, and then you already, like, know the answer, kind of. Yeah. And I'll just let you guys put on this one in the shade and just let me know if you guys are ready. Alright, so just let me know when it's dry and we'll move basically to the second one. And what I'm going to do now is take a lighter tone, in this case Xandri Dust, and I'll just use the tippy tip to paint on slight hairs onto the ridges of the beard. And this also doesn't have to be perfect, you just want to follow the natural curvature of the beard. So, yeah, your secondary color basically. I'll tell you guys in a moment, no need to rush this. Take your time. Rushi with the brushi. You could apply the same technique if there weren't any ridges on the beard and the beard was flat. You can just paint it on. If you have trouble with actually like following the lines on the beard, you can just put paint on your brush, clean it off on your hand or glove, nearly pure, so unthinned, and just drag like the side of the brush onto the hairs, and it'll catch like the raised details. Then on the mustache, just take your time to curl it and then just dash down small stripes on the mustache. No, this is literally dragging the tip of the brush, and I'm not moving. Yeah, that's also dragging like really thin stripes. And again, if you need a bigger model to try and practice that, have it printed a little bit bigger. I mean, there's no shame in not being able to do like smaller models at all. And basically what you're gonna try to do with this is avoid the lower end of the beard completely. Yeah. So anything that is pointing towards his shoes or would be visible from his shoes looking up, you're not gonna paint with this secondary or third color in this case. And the reason for that is because the light would not hit that part of the beard, which means you're not getting any highlights over there. And again, because it's a beard and it's hair, there's no need for perfection on this. You just want it to be on there. So basically, to this extent, you want that beard to show little strands of hair. Oh, that's the wrong end. And this is also something that you'll do in 2 layers. And the second layer, you'll end a bit to the top. So you'll not go fully down as you did the previous layer, but you're gonna stop a little bit over half of it, basically. Yummy, boys and girls. Herpaderp. Which time do I? Oh, more than enough. Yeah, and the only thing you're gonna skip is the bottom of the beard that you would be able to see if you'd be looking up from his shoes, basically. And you're literally, like on this scale that you and me are painting at the moment, then you're just gonna use the absolute tippy top of the brush, and you can lean your hand on whatever it is you're using to hold like the model. Or at least that's what I do. There's that's what I like. So it was also kind of funny to see you sitting in your way you sit when you paint. Which is completely different to my way of sitting when I paint. Adding these little details to the mustache, for example, will already like have it stand out in its own way. Let me know if you've got questions or anything. You're looking at it from like the angle you're looking at it from. Hey, we're getting there. I'll just let you guys do your layers and let me know when you're done, and we'll do the last or second to last step. Kind of depending on how many colors you get in there, bruv. What the fuck? you pressed the wrong button. Yeah. This is looking really good, Manny. But I didn't even know this guy has actual decorations in his beard. But yeah, this is basically what I was talking about. You want those strands of hair just popping out. It doesn't need to be perfect, but if you look at this on the pictures, it looks like actual, like, furry. And this is basically like with the skin as well. That's what you're looking for. Let me look at dewy shade for ease, and then build them back up. But if you guys want to do more detailed like tutorials in the future, we can do those. Because I had assumed that you guys would want it to take it a bit easier in the beginning. That's why I took a 32mm model, or a small model in this case, but we can switch it up for the next month. Get high in on the detail. I don't know for sure, and I don't know if I can see it, but I feel like this guy is wearing like leather over his back. And slightly, yeah. Yeah, of course you could do that. Got a gnome, yeah. What are you doing with it? You don't know yet? Well, there's no need to rush. I mean, I wanted to do hair and a bit of cloth, but you can just watch as I go. The reason I picked blue for this one is because blue and yellowish tone kind of like speak, so he'll be popping out his face. against the blue background of the jacket, basically. They're complementary colors, but because they're not like bright blue and bright yellow, it won't scream at you. So as Maddie is doing with like the, I think it's like a grayish. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Yeah, and doing that will help it to not scream in your face, because if you go bright green, the contrast will be high, but the color brightness will also be like, look at me, I am complimentary. And for the leather, honestly, you can just, you know, do whatever you want. Again, pick a color. Love it hard, love it good. Make sure you enjoy looking at it. And I'm just gonna make his hat blue as well, because fuck it. Rodman, yeah. Yeah? If you stick it in with the earthy tones of the jacket, I think it'll fit perfectly, to be honest. Make him look fabulous with the ginger beard. And again with the hat, like, I'll not fret about the underside of the side that is hanging down, basically. You could do a base coat there, but other than that, I'm not doing any details underneath there. I mean, no one's gonna see it, so who cares, right? I'll make sure that for the next session or the next series, it's a little bit more challenging if you guys want that. It's kind of dope because he has a wizard hat, but he's not a wizard Harry. If you sculpt a face on it, it'll be the sorting hat from Harry Potter. You're a wizard, Harry. And I felt like Nathan just took the opportunity to start discussing all the random shit. Might have been a bit blunt, but I don't want people to miss out. What? Well, you got these fucking bear claws over there, so. I don't know, I just felt a little bit upset about the fact that he just left, and I thought he was feeling left out or something, I don't know. We can also get into the nitty gritty of the wood if you guys want, once we get down there. Make it look nice and woody. So Maddie, did you like just get assaulted this morning by pain and suffering, or? Yeah. Guess I'll just die. Nice. Nothing left to chance, basically. Yeah. Did you have like an outbreak of the measles there as well? Or was that England? England is my city. Yeah. Vaccines cause autism. Ree! You just end up what? Oh, more ill? Did you? You can actually like dive into those conspiracy theories on the web to discover where they originated from. It's fucking hilarious, bro. They all also like originate from Bible Belt, USA half of the time. Oh yeah. Fucking Karens. You've watched True Blood, have you not? I feel like that Reverend and his wife, they're basically like prototype conspiracy boys and girls. Like, I can see this, but I feel like the entire overcoat is covering his back, is it not? Yeah, okay. I think I got it down then. Yeah, okay, yeah. Like it. Okay. Oh boy. Kind of dope though. I can see the old style of painting with the with like the flat colors. You transformed that shit within no time. Mm-hmm. The claw. Yeah, dope. Really nice. Muzzle burn. AliExpress maybe? Sorry? Logitech 4K? Really? I think it has to do with your background then. Can you turn off autofocus on that thing? Yeah, dope. It's not like you understand the whole painting thing. Oh yeah, with the cables and shit, looking good, yeah. Fuck me. Nice. Stormcasts are also like really easy to paint. Yeah. You showed them before, man. They're good. They're nice. Juicy. Yeah. Hey, you gotta start somewhere, right? Did you chew on it? I think these could benefit from a glossary. Looking good, bro. Fucking hardcore. You gotta save that one forever and ever. Put it next to your PC. So you'll always know where you came from. Yeah, I'm gonna stop painting, otherwise I know myself and I'll continue painting and he'll be done by the end of the night. Well, that's kind of what I'm trying to say with this model, and the challenge that I wanted to put out with this model is just looking at, can we paint a model fast? Can we make him look believable? But I feel like you guys want something else from that, from these sessions. So next time we'll just pick a bigger model, and we'll go do some real details. $75 would be best, I believe. That's also good for you, Maddie, right?